Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to do my May book haul revisit. And from what I'm seeing initially, how long my video is, it's not a huge book haul. So I think it's pretty doable and pretty manageable. This time last year, we were in the middle of moving, so I wasn't buying a ton of books at that time. So I think we're going to be okay. And we're going to watch last year's together, see what I hauled, see where I am with them. Have I read them? Are they unread, still on my shelves, or have I unhauled them? So I have no clue what I hauled last year. So let's take a look. All right, so I got my headset. I'll put that in. I got my video up, and I need to get my bullet journal ready to go. So, okay. Book haul revisit page. I'm going to keep track as we're watching and see what the results are. Hopefully it's better than last month, but we'll see. All right. Guys, it's Sarah, and I'm here with my May book haul. I have a good stack of books to show you. Okay. These came from multiple different places, and this is going to be my last haul until I have moved, so I'm not planning to buy any more books in between now and when we move to Florida, so that'll be fun. Florida, I'm going to have some more options as far as book buying. There's going to be a lot more Goodwills and thrift stores available to me. There's also going to be Barnes & Noble and Books A Million, so yeah, we'll see. I still need to try to keep myself under control, but we're going to see how it goes. I'm making no promises. All right, these are going to go in a couple different categories. I'm going to start with some books that my subscribers have sent to me. You guys were so incredibly generous. Like, I couldn't even believe it. All right, the first one is a set of 2 books, actually, that I got from Lynn. So Lynn, like, thank you. I've already talked to you, but seriously, like, so amazing that she sent these. She wanted to send me a copy of a book that she had recommended to me, but something happened to it in the mail and I never ended up receiving it. So she said, I'm sending you another package. And I was like, okay, because I had already gotten that book. So she sent me 2 different books, which I was really surprised. I was not expecting that. And the first one is called Sal, and this is from Mick Kitson. Okay, I read Sal, and I actually really enjoyed that one. I believe that was a 4-star read for me, and I have since, I think I sent that one to Lisa for Advent. I'm pretty positive, but yes, read that one. She also sent along a book that I have heard about, and it's been on my radar, so I was really excited to get it, and that is The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne. Okay, yep. I have not read The Heart's Invisible Furies. I think, is that behind me? Sure is. Look at this. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Heart's Invisible Furies. And the funny thing about this is that this book is published by Penguin, and this is a UK edition. But look, on the side, it says Black Swan. Yep, Black Swan. I love that. Okay, yeah, so I haven't read it yet, but this is definitely something that, I don't know, I've looked at it quite a few times and been like, I want to pick that up and read it. And I think, you know, when I start mood reading more, that'll probably be one that I pick up really soon. And it's still sitting here and I still haven't read it. So it's been a year. Lynn, I promise you I will read this. I am excited to read it. I've heard amazing, amazing things about it. So at some point I will definitely read it. Maybe this year, hopefully this year. The next one that I received is from one of my subscribers, Laura, and she had sent me an email and said, I have this book. I think it's on your wish list. You know, I'm getting rid of it. Would you like it? And I was like, yeah, I do. So she sent along The Wanderers by Kate Ormond. Yeah, I haven't read that yet. But okay, let me go grab it and I'll show you like why I'm so excited about it. Okay, so The Wanderers. I still haven't read this book, but the reason I put it on my wish list and wanted to read it is because, number one, look at the cover here, right? Circus tents. Yes, you guys know that like circus or carnival is one of my buzzwords. If I hear a book is centered around a circus, I want to read it, absolutely. This also is like a paranormal though, and I think it has like shapeshifters in it from what I'm understanding. So yeah, I'm still interested in reading it. I just haven't read it yet. So, but thank you, Laura. And this next one that I got from Monica, and it was a complete surprise. I had no idea she was doing this, and I just, I can't even. Okay, so I was getting a package from UPS, and it said Amazon, and I was like, I didn't order anything. I wonder what this is, because I didn't know. And then I opened it and just my mouth hit the floor. I just went, what? So this is from Monica, and she sent me The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter.
Okay, yep. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's right here. It's front and center on my thriller shelves. I read that and loved it. I've loved every Karen Slaughter book that I've read. I've read 3 of her books so far, and they've all been 5 stars. Karen Slaughter, she gets me to my core, and yeah, I love her books. So I think she sent that to me after I had read Pretty Girls. And I think along with her note, she said, you know, I know you recently read Pretty Girls. I think you would like this too. And I read it, and yeah, absolutely loved it. So Monica, like, seriously, thank you.
This next stack is some books that I got from the publishers, and they were both surprises, so that was really nice. The first one is actually from a launch group that I had joined because I was part of a launch team for a couple of their books, and it's a Christian group. And so I got to help launch a couple of the books that they had out last year. And so for this time around, they started a new Facebook group and invited me into it. And so I went into it, and they sent like little thank you books along to everybody, so everyone got the same book. And that is How to Be a Perfect Christian.
Okay. Yeah, I remember doing that. I'm still in that group, but I don't know. I haven't been interested in any of the books that they have been offering or sending out or anything. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in that group or not, to be honest with you. And I still have that book, and I haven't read it, and I don't know that I'm interested. It is a satire book that I think kind of pokes fun at some of the misconceptions of being a Christian. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to read it or not. It is in my Christian nonfiction shelf, but yeah, I don't know.
Books came from HarperCollins, and I was not expecting it, so it was a really nice surprise, and I didn't know what it was. So when I opened it, I pulled out the big one first, and that is The Queen of Sorrow, and this is by Sarah Beth Durst. And I was like, oh, cool, that looks really interesting. And then I read on the bottom, it says Book 3 of the Queens of Renthia, and I was like, oh, Book 3, okay. And then I opened the rest of the package, and books 1 and 2 are there. One of these things is not like the other.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Nope, haven't read these. These are sitting on my review cart. I have a review cart in my room now where all my review books are, books that were sent to me from publishers for review. And yep, nope, they're still sitting there. I'm still mad that I have these because I do not like mass market paperbacks. They're difficult for me to read. So that might have been, maybe that could have been one of the reasons I haven't picked these up yet. Probably not. But I've actually recently heard really good things about this series. And that's interesting because like, oh, well, I have it. This is a completed trilogy. So I have the trilogy. But I have heard very good things, especially about this first one. So I don't know. I just haven't done it yet. I need to because I love fantasy and I'm interested in them and I have them. So yeah, I don't know. But I should do it soon because then I can at least know if I read the first one and I really like it and I want the series on my shelves, I can replace these and get the hardcovers. But I need to just do it and I haven't yet.
Okay, now on to some books that I purchased or got a hold of myself. The first 2 books here are actually books that I got from my library book sale room. I actually helped organize it, so I kind of get first dibs on what comes in for donations, which is kind of nice. And so I got these each for $1. And the first one here is Fierce Kingdom by Jen Phillip.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't read that one yet. It's down here. Okay, nope, haven't read this one yet, but I definitely picked this up because of Lindsay. This was actually, I think, a book of the month last year. It was one of the picks for book of the month last year, and a lot of people were talking about it, hyping it up, but then it started getting mixed reviews. But Lindsay read it from Lindsay's Little Library, and her and I tend to have a lot of the same taste, and she loved this book, still talks about it. So I picked it up because if she loved it, most likely I'm going to love it too. And I, like I said, I only paid $1 for it. So
this next one I also grabbed in the same room, and that is for the author. It's an author that I've been hearing a lot about lately. A lot of people have been saying they really enjoy her books, and I've been getting recommended her. So I picked up The Stolen Marriage by Diane Chamberlain.
Okay. That's right here. I don't even have to get up. Yay. And it's another one that I haven't read yet. However, I have read Diane Chamberlain. So I read Necessary Lies by her earlier this year, I believe. That actually might have been the first book I read this year, I think. And I really liked it. So I definitely want to read more Diane Chamberlain for sure. And I have a few of her books, but I don't know if you can see if my lights are going to pick that up, but can you see like the texture on it? It looks like raindrops and it feels like you can feel them. They're all like shiny and you can feel the shininess on them. It's so cool. Like it looks like raindrops on it. It's really cool. But yeah, got this for $1 at the library. But haven't read this particular Diane Chamberlain yet. Okay, numbers aren't looking too hot. Let's haul some books you've read, Sarah.
The next one I pre-ordered on Amazon a while ago, and that is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas.
All right. I read that. It was fine. I didn't love it. It's a novella. So this one follows the Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. So it's a main trilogy, and then this is a novella that's supposed to bridge the gap between this trilogy and then the next story arc that's going to be coming. And I thought it was fine. I wanted more out of it. I felt like it was just a nice story. And we're back with the characters that I love. I do love those characters. So it was fine. But nothing significant happened to the point where I know exactly where the next story is going. I know exactly what this book is setting up and all that. I didn't really get that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for the next one though. Like when she puts out another book in this series, I'm going to be all over it.
Next, I have a stack of books that I got at a thrift store on our base. They had a customer appreciation week where they were doing $1 a bag for books. So you could fill up a bag for $1.
Oh no.
And then they also had a little fun game promotion where you can open a fortune cookie and get extra discounts. And then I got a 25% off discount on one item, and I only had one item because I only bought a bag of books. So I got all these books for 75 cents. Can't beat that. And it is a total of 6 books. Oh. So I got 6 books for 75 cents. Can't beat that, right? Okay, so the first one is The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson.
Okay. Nope, haven't read that one yet. All right, haven't read this one yet. It's been on the forefront of my mind lately, though, because this is still in production to become a movie with Ryan Reynolds in it, I believe. But I don't know if this is just stalled out or what, but it's like, there's actually a IMDb page about it. So it's there, it's saying it's in production. So I'm not sure like where it's happening. He's the only one attached to this still as of right now. So we'll see, but I am still interested in reading this. And it's really like, it's super short. I don't know why I don't just do it. Maybe I'll try to knock this out this summer. But yeah, so still haven't read it yet.
These next 2 books I picked up is by the same author, and it's an author that I have really enjoyed in the past, and that is Megan Hart. So I picked up Deeper and Switch.
Okay. Nope. Let me go grab those. Nope, haven't read these either, so still have them. Okay, so Megan Hart, these are books, okay, they're erotic books. She writes adult erotic books. I have enjoyed what I've read from her before, so that's why I picked these up, because I know that I like her as an author. She's actually a really, really good writer. Here's the thing, though. I know that I would read these books and then I would unhaul them afterwards. These are not books I'm going to want to keep on my shelves. I got them because they were ridiculously cheap, you know, like way less than $1 for both of these. So, yeah, but I mean, I wasn't going to pass up the price, and I know that I will read these and then I'll be good to pass them on afterwards. I'll donate them. They're not going to be ones that I want to keep on my shelves for the rest of my life. They're not going to be all-time favorites. They're going to be fun while I read them. I'm going to enjoy them, but then I'll be good to let them go. So, yep, but I still have them and haven't read either one.
This next one is one that I've never heard of, but I picked it up. It's kind of more of a cover buy than anything. And then I kind of read the synopsis and I was like, okay, I read the first couple sentences and went, sure. 7 Black Diamonds by Melissa Marr.
Okay. I actually did a tried chapter for that recently, and I decided to keep it based on the first chapter. Have I read the whole thing yet? Nope. Okay, yeah, nope, haven't read this one yet either. But I did read the first chapter and I really liked it. So just haven't done it yet. I don't know. It's still here.
This next one is a book that has been recommended to me a lot by you guys. A lot. I have seen the movie of this book, and it's In Cold Blood by Truman Capote.
I was like, I watched a movie first. That's rare. Yes, I have seen In Cold Blood. I have not read the book yet. And so yes, I have not read this yet still. But this is definitely a classic true crime book. So this is Truman Capote doing research on an actual murder that happened. And this is a nonfiction book. So they did make a movie out of it based on, you follow Truman Capote doing the research to write this book. It's really cool. And Philip Seymour Hoffman played Truman Capote. I miss him. He's such a great actor. But yeah, so haven't read it yet.
The last one I picked up at the thrift shop is a Christian nonfiction book that has been on my radar for a while. It's something I've heard really good things about, and it's called God Strong by Sarah Horn.
Okay. I have not read that yet. It's in my Christian nonfiction thing, so I'm not going to go grab my Christian nonfiction stuff. But no, I haven't read that one yet, and that's more like deployment centered. And my husband is not in a deployable job right now, so he's not, going anywhere. So yeah, I don't know. I just haven't felt the need to pick it up, but it's there still.
All right, so now we're going to get into some Goodwill books. I have made a couple of Goodwill trips in the month of May, and I'm completely officially done at Goodwill here. It has been my main resource for buying books, and it's been amazing. We have a really good...
Amazing and my downfall at
Good
points.
people read some good books around here, for real, and I like to take advantage of their donations. So I do have quite the stack here, but the first one is The Little Friend by Donna Tartt.
Okay. All right. Yep. That's right here. Don't even have to get up. Yay. So, yep. No, I still have The Little Friend by Donna Tartt. Now, I have heard recently more about this book and what it follows. And I believe it's, is it a child on child violence, or a little boy is found hanging in a tree in his parents' front yard, I think. And they don't know who did that. And it was on Mother's Day. They don't know who did that. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't read anything by Donna Tartt yet. I'm nervous about Donna Tartt. I've heard such mixed things about her books. I've heard people love her books. I've heard people find her books so boring. I don't know where I'm going to fall on that, and I'm terrified. But I do have 3 of her books. I have this one, I have The Secret History, and I have The Goldfinch. So yeah, but I haven't read any of them, but I did find this, so I grabbed it. Wow, my numbers are not good.
This next one is actually a book that I saw featured in a TV show, and I thought it would be kind of fun to pick up little book recommendations from TV shows, like if they talk about a book or something, like pick it up and read it and kind of see what I think. And I had that idea a while ago when I actually saw this book in that TV show, and it was the TV show Major Crimes. And I thought that'd be kind of a fun little video series to read some books that I've seen in TV shows or movies or something that are like talked about. And I just never really went anywhere with it. I might still, but because of that, I picked this book up, and that is called A Separate Peace by John Knoll.
Okay. It's funny I bring that up because I'm still kind of working on that video idea. But yeah, so A Secret Peace, I do have that still. I haven't read it yet. That is also on the Great American Reads list. And yeah, so I still haven't read it though. And I don't feel like going to get it.
And this next one is an author that I've heard good things about. I haven't read anything by her yet, but she does write thrillers, and that's my jam. So I picked up The Night Women by Sarah Bladel.
Okay. That's in here too, somewhere. Yep, I haven't read this one yet either. Now, I need advice on her. So it's confusing for me. She has written a lot of books in a series, and I think this is part of it, but I'm having a hard time following what order to go in with this book series. I don't know if I have book number 1. I don't think I do. But some of her books, the titles are changing because I believe she's a UK author. And when they're coming here, their titles are getting changed a little bit to where I don't know that it's the same book. I'm really confused about what order the books go in and which books are which. So if you're a Sarah Bladel fan and you have read any of her books, would you let me know down below? I should probably just look on Fantastic Fiction and see what I can find there, because they usually have, you can look up an author and it has all their work and they group the series and all the stuff in order and stuff. But I think I've even done that before, but I had a hard time. So I don't know. But regardless, I have not read this yet, but I do still have it.
Okay.
Oh, that's not a good way to start things out.
Now, let's talk about Nicholas Sparks.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about Nicholas Sparks.
Recently went through a Last Call series where I talked about Nicholas Sparks, and I read one of his books and absolutely loved it. And now I'm like totally back on the Nicholas Sparks train. What does that mean? That means I'm finding his books everywhere and I'm buying them.
Exactly what that means.
I do not plan to buy any more from here on out until I read some more to know that I'm going to be on this train for the long haul.
I haven't bought any more
But I did find 5 more of his books at Goodwill. So when I'm finding really good copies, I'm buying them. I'm not buying the mass market paperbacks that I don't like. I'm not buying them if they're completely beat up or ripped or torn or anything. I'm waiting until I find really good copies because he's so prolific that I can find his books everywhere. But I will go ahead and show you the ones that I have found. I found a hardcover of A Message in a Bottle, and I'm not going to go into the synopsises of these because I don't even really fully know them. I'm just kind of wanting to start a little bit of a collection for him. That way I can start reading some more and knowing whether or not, Nicholas Sparks is going to be one of my, all-time favorite authors or not. We're going to see how it goes again, but, when I'm finding them for cheap, I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. I also got A Bend in the Road, At First Sight, The Longest Ride, and The Last Song.
Okay. I haven't read any of those. I haven't read any of them. But I have not bought any more since this haul. I haven't bought any more Nicholas Sparks. So I've kept my promise on that. And I need to pick them up and read them though, because I haven't read any of those. So yeah. And I'm not going to go get them. They're still here. 3, 4, 5. I'm running out of room in my box. Can we end this now? Okay, good. I'm done. All right. Yeah. So, was that fantastic? No, that was actually pretty awful. I haven't unhauled any of these books unless I've read them, Even then, I think only one that I actually unhauled. But here's my final numbers. I'm going to let that sink in a little bit. Yep, I've read 3. And I have unread 22. So, not my proudest moment, you guys. This is not my proudest booktube moment. I need to go and I need to think about what I did is what I need to do. And start picking up some of these books. Oh, yay, Sarah. Okay. So that was awful. I didn't like that. I didn't like that process at all. I thought it was going to be better than that. I'll be honest with you. It's okay. I do still, want to read all these books. So there is that. I don't have any books that I was like, yeah, no. Maybe one of the Christian ones. I'm still kind of like, I don't know if I'll ever read that or not. We'll see. But yeah. All right. So there's that. That's done. Oh my gosh. All right. So what did you see on here that I haven't read that stood out to you the most? Let me know down below. If I get an overwhelming, sway towards a book, maybe I'll pick it up soon and read it over the summer or something. Let me know down below. If you saw anything that you were like, why haven't you read that? What's wrong with you? Then leave it down below and yell at me, and maybe it'll kick my butt into gear. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you again soon.